Hello everybody, Vaping Vinny here again, and tonight I have a hardware review for you. It's the VGOD Elite Rdta, which I have set on the VGOD Elite 200 steel. And yeah. And I'm going to throw in a little review for Wick Addiction DibDab, and it's the strawberry lime sherbet one. So we'll first of all strip this Rdta, get it on the deck. I'll show you the build deck, how I talk about it. We'll come back and have a vape, and I'll tell you the pros and cons of this Rdta. Okay, here's the VGOD Rdta on the deck on my build platform. I'll just pop the cap off and show you some of the features of this deck. Excuse me while I just get my toolbox open. There we are. Okay, I just angle that slightly. You can see instantly this big central channel, and that's your fill port with a one-way valve in it down to the tank of the Rdta, just down at the bottom here. And there's some tiny little holes just under where you wick, which breathes, which is a really good feature on this Rdta, because as you're filling in through the port, it lets the air come out of these tiny holes, so you don't get none of them awkward, horrible juice bubbles that you get in so many of the Rdta. Obviously, coils are pre-fitted. It's the same clamping system as the VGOD Elite Rdta that review that I did. Excuse me as I rustle to open up some cotton. And yeah, obviously it's these big, lovely big, well, there was hand tighten when they first brought them out. I think they've slowly moved away from mentioning that they're hand tighten clamps now. It's a lovely, simple Rdta deck. Like I say, you got your fill port, your post screws where you wick through, and then there's two tiny breather holes on either side, and obviously your airflow, which I've got directly underneath my coils. You'll see I've actually got the coils quite high on that little deck. Really, it's just how I like to do it with this particular Rdta. Just preparing the cotton. I'm using the bum fluff cotton again from Wick Addiction. I'm really liking this cotton now. Just get the cotton rolled, and I'll show you how I wick this Rdta. I'll just get both sides wicked. The cotton through. And I'll show you lovely people what I do. It might be slightly different to the way some people do. As you can see, there's quite a bit of cotton there. I will be trimming that down and feathering it slightly, but my feathering slash thinning out of the cotton might be a little bit different to what some other people have done. Right. Generally with Rdtas, you want the cotton just inside the top of the glass. So it's just in the glass. That's once that little bit's trimmed. Just trim that. It's pretty much exactly where I like it to be. Just check that side. That's not far off. That one's way too long. Excuse me. Now, if I left the cotton like that, at that thickness, it would be too tight for the holes, the juice of holes, where the cotton goes through into the well. So we need to thin these out a wee bit. For that you need some like this. Ideally, you can do it by using scissors, but I just thin the cotton out ever so slightly. This is the tricky bit with an Rdta. If you do it too much, you'll have leaking issues. If you don't do it enough, it won't wick properly because it will be too tight in the juice holes. That one's still a bit overly fluffy. Oh, that's better. There we are. Just turn that round and do this side. Lovely. There we are. Right. Just tilt that slightly. And let's see how we are for that juice well. It's awkward doing this on camera. Just shove it in. We've got it. And that doesn't feel too tight in there because the needle nose tweezers are going in quite well. It's always a good sign. Tidy that up a wee bit. Turn that round for you. There we go. Let me see how we're doing. Just not poking through yet. If it doesn't appear in the glass, it's not the end of the world. You can just pull the cotton back out and start again. There we go, we've got it. Turn it. Same again this side. Just pinch that together a wee bit. Get in the juice well. There we go. Just about there. There we go. Here's my freshly whipped VGOD Elite Rdta. Now while I've got it there, I'll just reach behind me for some juice. Now I'll just show you this juice port. There is a slight con for this juice port here. It's when you get the bigger bottles, or the bottles with a pipette, like dinner ladies use, the bottle won't fit in the hole very well. So then you have a few issues. But otherwise, if you've got a fairly small tipped bottle, like that one there is, you don't have any issues whatsoever. You just go steady, and the tank part at the bottom slowly fills up. There we go. And that's about it really for the build deck. I'll pop up top, I'll have a vape, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, so you've seen the build deck. Here it is back on the mod. Let's have a vape. Wow, yeah. Really good flavour on this Rdta. It's bringing out the Wick Addiction DibDab strawberry and lime flavour really, really well. Lovely flavours off the juice. Really is a really good juice, the DibDab range from Wick Addiction. But the Rdta from VGOD, the Elite Rdta from VGOD, what do I think to it? Well, I will start by saying I had some issues with this Rdta. VGOD, myself, and Grey Haze got there eventually and got it sorted. Apparently it's a very, very rare thing that's happened with it. It was kept shorting, and we found out the peak insulator had gone. So if you're having any trouble with that, not reading your ohms, or the ohms going all over the place, check your peak insulator. There's a starting point. Secondly, VGOD very kindly extended the Vaping Vinny discount code on their official website. That's capital V's, Vaping Vinny no gaps. I'll get you 15% off the official VGOD website. Speaking of discounts, April 40 on the Wick Addiction site will get you 40% off, and I think 3 courier delivery as well. So go check Wick Addiction out as well as VGOD. Now the Rdta. I love it, but it's not without its problems. First problem, the lovely fill port, which you can fill from the top quite easily straight into the hole. Obviously take the cap off your juice, but your problem comes when you get like it's messy as hell, and that's the need to think about the fill port. It could perhaps do with being a little bit more bulbous at the end, so the bigger bottles can get in. Obviously if you get the even bigger bottles, you've got even more of an issue, and then you get juice everywhere trying to fill up through that port. Other than that, if you do use thin top bottles, even the short fill bottles, they're fine in it. It's just when you get the bigger ones and the pipette ones that the issue comes on that fill port in there. To me, that is the only con of the Rdta. Other than that, flavour wise, it's bang on point, and for an Rdta, it does have kick out some clouds. When the eye motor works. Here we go. Well, that's not a silly build. It's reading 0.11 ohms and my usual fuse Claptons. Nothing stupid. And the cloud and flavour production off this Rdta is outstanding. The airflow is bang on, just like the Rdta review I did earlier. What was it, late last year? The Rdta review I've done, the airflow on this Rdta is spot on. It's not adjustable though. To some people that could be an issue if you don't like a semi-restricted airflow. Well, for me, the airflow on the Rdta is spot on, just like the Rdta. And it's a lovely looking Rdta. Obviously you've got the VGOD logo on there engraved, and you get a dark glass that comes with it. That's the see-through glass. You get a dark glass that comes in the box, and all your usual spare O-rings and the little VGOD multi-tool, which nobody really uses anyway. But yeah, it's a good Rdta for the price. I mean, you're looking around £35 in the UK for that Rdta, and to me it's a damn good buy. I love it. But like I say, the fill port, to me, it could do with a bigger bulbous end on the end of it, because your bigger bottles is an issue when you're filling up the tank. But other than that, if you're using, I mean, the DibDab bottle, it's obviously only a 10ml. That sits nicely in the fill port, and then you can just squeeze with no issues. Obviously it's a one-way valve, and what I do like with having the one-way valve, you tip it upside down, no juice comes out, none at all, so it's safe in your pocket. A lot of other Rdtas, obviously the fill, they have the bigger breather holes and things like that, and you have lots of issues. This hasn't leaked once in my pocket. I've had this Rdta quite a while now. It hasn't leaked once. But if you do put your mod in your pocket, please remember to turn it off. You don't want no water firing in your pocket. Wouldn't be pleasant. And there you go. It's a cracking piece of kit from VGOD, as you'd probably expect. And if you like the Sherbet DibDabs, go hit Wick Addiction up. April 40, all capital letters. We'll get you the 40% off the Wick Addiction range as well, and the Vaping Vinny discount code on the VGOD official website. And that's it, folks. Thank you very much for putting up with my mumblings and stumblings. I'll be back again soon with some more juice reviews and a review of this beauty. It's a Signature Tips SQ Squonk and the Rdta. Anyway, folks, thanks for putting up with me. Please drop me a like and subscribe with any comments, and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye, my lovelies.